that went on this weekend at the I-29. I was actually out there, so I want to touch base on that a little bit too. Um, this morning, so I'm getting everything turned on: Facebook, Instagram, uh, even TikTok. I think I'm going TikTok too. Getting everything coordinated. So let me see. Yeah, so we're going live on everything: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube this morning. Um, okay. I don't know if when you're on your own platforms, they can stop you from doing stuff. So that's why always encourage us to, get our own, so we can do what we want to do. And so when these platforms want to stop you from broadcasting or whatever, they can, because we don't own the platform. We don't own the platform, and you really, we really have to. Also, is this maybe I'm doing two things at one time? Maybe that's what it is. Oh, okay, that's what it is. I can't go. I was trying to go live with two Instagrams. So, okay, there we go. Instagram, TikTok. We went live on everything this morning. What's up, Big Angie, Nelly Nell? What's going on this morning? What's up, Miss White? Well, it's hold on one second. Being a former probation officer, I look at things differently. But growing up in the projects, I look at things totally different because I'm on both sides of the fence. Of course, we pro police over here. We're pro police over here, pro law enforcement, pro discipline, because we have women and children and elderly in our community. We got to make sure that we keep them safe. That's our responsibility, especially as men. It's our responsibility to keep our community safe, and we can't let rogue Negroes or crackers, or where you want to call them. I know y'all be saying all these terms anyway. Don't get mad at me because I'm the black Donald Trump. Have a sense of humor. But seriously, I was out at I-29 this weekend, and it was a great event. People always want to, blame other people, but this is the real world. A lot of people bring beefs. Yeah, beefs to public events. And in this instance, it was around that same scenario. Um, you cannot stop personal beefs. I don't care how much security you have. Been a former probation officer, I know for a fact someone could look at what James Harvey Oswald. They had all kind of police there. Guy pulled a gun out real quick and shot someone. If someone wants to get you, they can get you, unless you Minister Farrakhan. But we got to be. We're in the real world. Uh, I believe, and some other people believe, that we're gods and we manifest things from the abstract to the concrete. People always talked about Tupac, talk about death, 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 and he died early. Some things are are manifested. You call it into reality. I know I'm a God without a doubt. I am the straight image of God without a doubt. And if God have abilities to bring things from the abstract to the concrete, then I also have the ability, and you also have the ability to bring things from the abstract to the concrete, where it does not exist except for a thought. And then you put motion into that thought, action until it manifests into something concrete. That's godlike. So I know I'm a God, and so if you young people are talking about death in your music, then that is manifested. If you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. I had two brothers that got killed. So I'm very, very sensitive when it comes to losing siblings. I lost two of my brothers at 19. Two of my brothers were killed at 19, one by white men and one by a brother. Yes, I had two brothers that got killed. Both of my brothers got killed at 19, one by the white man and one by the black man. So I know for a fact death is inevitable, and you can't chump some people or threaten some people with death because they live death. I chose to make better decisions so I can outlive my mother because I didn't want her to have three dead sons. But we're very hypocritical as a community. We want to get on social media and be a couch potato and announce from the damn couch. They weren't even there. We got a lot of people that wasn't even at the event want to comment about the event, talking about suing people. You can't stop personal beefs. You can't stop personal beefs. Insurance don't have nothing to do with that. Retaliation is for real. Omaha is a very small community. You can't go around here hurting people and think you're gonna get away with it. And you're gonna come back where you hurt someone. We get this all the time. Brothers get out of NSP or the Dutch County Jail. They beat up their girlfriend or wife, and shoot, their girlfriend or wife got brothers and got uncles, got cousins, and all those men ain't gonna allow you to beat up on they woman or their relative, their female relative. That's not gonna happen. My nephew succumbed to that. So we can't um, think we all this like we hop along Cassidy like we the biggest, the fastest gunslinger in the West or in the Midwest. Most of y'all think y'all the fastest gunslinger in the Midwest. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I got this. I'm gonna walk you down. I'm gonna drive by you. That's some coward stuff for real. You can't go to toe to toe. You ain't whooping T. You ain't got no whooping feet. We come from the town of the pound for pound. All y'all, all they do is saying what I'm gonna do to you. People believe that. They believe those threats. I don't care if it comes in music. I don't care if it comes in social media. I don't care if it comes from your own mouth. People believe you. Some people might believe you bluffing, but some people are going to believe you. Some people have been threatened so much, or live in an environment where there's death, and when you talking about threatening somebody, they're gonna believe you. So on this Making Money Monday, that's because that's what we call this day, Making Money Monday. We don't talk about dollars and cents. We talk about the behaviors that bring dollars and cents. Bartering, collaborating, partnering, using consignment, and using the best system of them all, mutualism. But who is making money on this Making Money Monday? Who's making money? The hospitals. We got two young men. I think three young men, 2 million men that's dead. Two are deceased. One is still fighting for their life. Who's making money on this Monday? The hospitals are making money because of our behaviors towards each other. Who else is making money? Oh yeah, the Iowa State Patrol, Nebraska State Patrol, OPD. They making money flying helicopters looking for those that shot the brothers. They making money. Oh yeah, they gonna eventually get caught because Omaha's small and OP, OPD has a good uh, arrest rate because people talk. It's called levels of cooperation, and it's called reward money. So eventually, um, they already got word on who it is. Or that's what you hear on the street. We ain't want to gossip. You ain't heard over here. But being a former investigator, that's what we do. We investigate. And I tell you guys all the time, if you have someone threatening you, intimidating you, following you, bullying you, or even have assaulted you in the past and threatening to assault you again, this is what you have to do. You have to report it to the police. Get it on record. It might not be a crime now, but what you need to do is get it on record of what this person is doing to you. You need it to report it to a law enforcement agency. And the reason why is because you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. No one loves you more than you. And the only way to get self-defense is to let people know that this person is threatening, intimidating, or have assaulted you in the past. So if you need to protect your life, then you have it on record that this person is intimidating you, threatening you, or have assaulted you in the past. Get it on record. Being a former probation officer and dealing with those that like to run with the devil. See, I run with the God. See, we ain't afraid no devil over here at all. And these devilish mugs like to intimidate God. No, man, they ain't working over here. So if you want to protect yourself, no one love you more than you. We call it Tell the Truth Tuesday on Tuesday, every Tuesday. Man, we do this over here for real. Y'all listen to cartoon streaming. That's not going to or a cartoon radio that's not going to be effective for your life or try to save your life because this world is a deadly world. My first job coming out of college in a group home, most of those that were in a group home were abused by their own families. So everybody's terrible around here. But We got all these keyboard gangsters here in Omaha. Omaha, this y'all want to support this? Well, so we had some more here. We had many events over at Malcolm X. No problems, but y'all Negroes don't support them. There's several people that's online. I have never seen you at any local event supporting any local promoter, but you want to get online and tell people to sue people over, you don't even know what's going on, over some personal back and forth. It wasn't even it was in the parking lot. Those that were attending the concert didn't even know what was even going on. And for you outsiders, don't know what's going on, but always want to comment negatively. You ain't gonna talk about negative about my community. Greatness come from over here. There's spoiled apples everywhere. But I keep telling y'all that the black man is the most endangered species here in Omaha, Nebraska. The black man here in Omaha, Nebraska is the most endangered species without a doubt. I got the stats, man. 43% of all children in foster care are black. 10% of the population, but we represent almost 40% of all those that's in prison that are black. Our children are dying 2 times infant mortality rate than any other community here in Omaha because they black. We got the most churches around here per capita, but we got the less saved. Everybody want to taunt, oh, it's great, it's great. It ain't great around here. We got Muzz getting 90 million to put in dirt in Carter Lake when the senators brought the money, supposed to bring the money for North and South Omaha, but it went to Carter Lake. 90 million. And we got Negro overseers. We're going to see if these Negro overseers are going to hire young black men, because that's what they used us. Oh, we're going to create some jobs for North Omaha. Where it go? It went to Carter Lake. I'm not happy with it. Carter Lake is not North Omaha. I'm down with Carter Lake. $90 million. They could have put half of that, and the 90 million is just for them to clean up some dirt. They could have put $41 million buildings, $41 million buildings on 24th Street from Cummings to Ames. They could have put 40 of them. They could have bought all the people's property. I would have brought one of those buildings. I know some other 39 other people would have bought one of those buildings and create some jobs on 24th Street. We could have did it ourselves, but they put 90 million in some dirt. And you're asking why brothers and sisters, why brothers are killing each other. There's no resources. It's done on purpose. Things are done on purpose. We don't have the highest incarceration rate in America for no reason. Shouts out to Omaha World Herald. Courtesies of Omaha World Herald. We don't have the highest incarceration rate for the last 15 years for no reason. Why is that? We're the only city in America. I got the stats, man. See, we don't lie over here. Tomorrow's called Tell the Truth Tuesday. See, we practice telling the truth. We're the only research radio station in the world. See, we made different over here. See, we made different over here for real. So all y'all keyboard gangsters always want to put Omaha down, but none of y'all have supported my events. We brought some more in here. None of y'all Negroes come over support. We brought Finesse 2 times, a rap concert. Didn't nothing happen over there. It was very peaceful, family oriented. But y'all Negroes that don't support will always want a keyboard gangster or keyboard or what do you want to fat cop potato comments because y'all don't move. Y'all got big bellies. I don't want to insult nobody, but don't get mad at me because you got a big belly. No one wants to try to make the community better. All these comments that are negative, but what are you doing to make the community better? We got local promoters that's actually spending money within the community. They cycling the dollar. Society is terrible. And we got issues in our community that we haven't resolved. So, man, we gotta continue the fight. So over here, 95.7 The Boss, we do things different. We call it Making Money Monday. So who making money on this Making Money Monday? The police, they making money. The hospitals, they making money. The judicial system, they making money. The correctional system, they making money off of the behaviors of how we treat each other. We got to make that money, y'all. Only way to do that is we got to reciprocate love. So what I'm proposing, and I wrote a grant for this. We didn't fund it, but what we need conflict resolution centers. We need conflict resolution centers or an agency or a nonprofit or a group of brothers or a group of ministers. That's what y'all supposed to be doing, ministers. Deal with conflict resolution. See, y'all like to assassinate a king. See, my last name is King. Y'all like to assassinate kings. But see, we ain't afraid of death over here. Ask Rodney. Ask Martin. We ain't afraid of death over here. We got too many chumps around here in our leadership not saying nothing. Going along because they getting a little bag. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna do a Harriet Tubman prayer on you. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a Harriet Tubman prayer on you. We're gonna pray that all your money goes towards your health. Oh yeah, because we want you to be sick. We're tired of of uh, of 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 those that's taking advantage of us, Lord. Yes, we're tired of those taking advantage of us, Lord. Lord, bring on a cloud of sickness, Lord, for all the gangsters that like to hurt people on purpose. Bring a cloud on them too, Lord. We're trying to clean up this community. Amen. See, I don't know what y'all praying for, but I'm praying that my God get rid of those that have the devilish tendencies. We're at war. Y'all want to stay inside, but we at war. Big Angel said we have to come together, city to city, live in your city. Uh, in the military, St. Louis is terrible. Let's start a prayer for all that. Without a doubt, man, it's terrible everywhere. Everybody want to claim Omaha terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible everywhere. If you're in the United States, it's terrible. But we got all these people that comment and they acting like their lives are so perfect. You so perfect. Being a black man here in Omaha, Nebraska, man, is and then trying to go against the current, because that's what Omaha means, to go against the current. Omaha means to go against the current. This is always an uphill battle, even from those that look like me. Most of the battle is from those that look like me, because we already been trained psychologically to hate each other. Well, actually, to hate self. That's why we are a research radio station. That's why we do things differently. That's why we call it Love Yourself Thursday, because I know that we don't love ourselves. Look at how we treat ourselves. We let ourselves, we won't take care of our bodies. You always want to blame somebody else because I'm alone, I'm single. Well, shoot, everybody's not attracted to someone that's not taking care of themselves. You want to abuse yourself with alcohol and drugs and all this as a young man, and now you're getting old. Now you got all these pills. You want a woman to take care of you, you sick, and vice versa. Women that take care of yourself, and now you're on all these pills. Now all your money going towards your health. Love begins with self. Quit blaming other people because of what they're not doing for you. No one is obligated to do anything for you except for you to do for self. Children want to take advantage of their parents because they think they owe them something. No, you've been raised. Let's not take advantage of each other on this Making Money Monday. Let me go to some music, y'all. But I wanted to address the I-29. Um, you cannot stop personal beefs. We have to develop conflict resolution centers. Our churches need to do something besides preach on Sunday and Wednesday. Yeah, you churches, you're supposed to be saving souls. So come on and save some souls. Get outside the pulpit, preacher. Do something different. Save a soul. Everybody has a responsibility. Our politicians, but also our ministers. They don't want to get in church and a collection plate. I'm gonna do a Sidney Poitier, Bill Cosby on you if you pass me a collection plate. I'm gonna do a Sidney Poitier, Bill Cosby if you pass me a collection plate, preacher. Now I ain't talking about Pastor Perkins. I ain't talking about Pastor Perkins because they had the faith conference talking about finances for our young people. We ain't talking about Pilgrim. Everybody's feeding somebody. Church. Oh, we got a pantry. Oh, come on, man. Omaha Food Bank got a pantry also. Willie Hamilton got a pantry also. Church. So I'm calling all the ministers. Tell your minister I'm talking about him this morning, her or him. Now I know we got the Pastor Lassiter's. No, they're doing some great work. I know they finna build a outreach center for our young people. These are things I know. I don't know if there's some other churches doing something, let us know so we can pat you on the back. We don't mind bragging off you. But I'm calling all the ministers. Whom better than God to lead? We got to stop letting all these other sucker ducks lead. We got to let somebody that actually stand for God to lead. That will target our our moral conscience, but also our spiritual connection. See, y'all want to leave God out of everything. We can't leave God out of everything. We got to include God. I don't know why Facebook be dropping. Well, we got to get our own. We got to get our own Facebook, y'all. We need something where we truly can have freedom of speech. Now, y'all don't. I mean, man, come on now. My mom and them, they had laws against black people for our speech that we couldn't talk. Are we free in America if the social media cut you off or you share something and they cut you off? I'm already on some type of some restriction on YouTube because I post something. I don't even know what I post. I don't post nothing that's crazy, but they stop you. That's why we got to own our own stuff, y'all. Shouts out to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok for not kicking me off. But this dog on Facebook, man, I use it for marketing. Y'all use it to hurt people, and that's why I'm addressing this morning on how y'all use it to hurt people or make comments about issues that's going on in our community, and you know nothing about. You wasn't even there. So this brings some dispelling some of these rumors that's out here. So I'm not going to go into it, but when you have beefs, ACW family has a lot of programs for youth, young men and women every Friday at more. Get us some more information on the AWC. Is that the Y? It ain't the YWCA. It's AWC. They don't want you to help people. Well, yeah, that's true. But we own our own platform over here. So if you get cut off on social media, you can go to our website, 957 FM The Boss, 957 FMTheBoss.com. We're streaming over there. YouTube, you can always go to our YouTube page. YouTube is always on. It never cuts us off. TikTok and Instagram also are very consistent where it won't kick us off. So you can go to all those platforms. We're going to be doing something different here at 957 The Boss. We're going to give you an opportunity to create your own show on the FM. We reach the whole metro area, the burbs, Bellevue, Papillion, Ralston, La Vista, Bennington, Fort Calhoun, Gretna, Council Bluffs, and of course the metro. In that geographical area, it's between 800,000 to 1 million people. In regards to the last census, we reached the whole metro area. What we're going to do, we're going to allow you, especially if you're a business person, a lawyer, a doctor, you got your own practice, an accountant, whoever, if you want to highlight your business on radio, tell us about your products or services, advocate through your knowledge and experience, we'll give you an opportunity here on 95.7 The Boss. It's going to be called Podcast on Steroids. I don't know if y'all like that. We might go to jail for that one. We might get sanctioned. No, but podcast on steroids. So we're gonna allow community shows to come on 95.7 The Boss on the weekends. We're going to test it out on Saturdays and Sundays. And so if you want to create your own FM radio show, no, not a podcast. I've done that. I came from podcasting. And so you see all these people that want to do some streaming or podcast. They can't compete with radio. I know y'all doing all this streaming, but you can't compete with radio. Period. And so if you want to reach a wide audience, streaming cannot compete with radio. A podcast, a regular podcast that's streaming on internet cannot compete with radio. I got too many listeners. You only got a few listeners. If you want to reach tens of thousands of people, if you want to reach over hundreds of thousands of people, if you want to start your own radio show here on 95.7 The Boss, give me a call. Text me. We're on air right now. You can't call me right now. But text me, and we'll talk about you creating a show here at 95.7 The Boss. Or if you just want to start out with a podcast, get used to recording, then you can start on 1690. We have a podcast. We're going to be launching our podcast division again. I got someone loves you. You're right. You need to come together so that we can create a solution. That's why I started the foundation, because I love people. I love my people. I want to help. Let's stop the killing, without a doubt. That's from Someone Loves You on, I think we're on, is that Instagram or TikTok? One of them. You young people got all these doggone addresses. So I'm challenging, we all know ministers. I'm challenging the ministers to come together in God from all denominations and set up some type of mediation. So if these young brothers or even young women or even young married couples or couples period are having issues, they can go to someone and get it mediated, whereas it's not a cost. God paid tenfold, preacher man. You might get some more. You might get some more congregation. You might get some more people that can believe in God. See, Jesus was the first advertiser. Y'all say y'all follow Jesus and Muhammad. They were the first advertisers. They walked around on their feet, spreading the gospel. They were the first advertiser. And you modern day ministers and popes, bishops. I think I got a guess. Hold on one second. What's up, Martin? You outside?
Hey, King. No, he's the interview, Mr. Darby. He's outside.
Okay, I'll go get him.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I'm gonna take a quick break, y'all. I got a guest outside. Boss with me. My man, oh yeah. Prophecy. I saw you this weekend, boss with us.
Away from my porch, headed to the corner store. Could already smell the aromas of death, lust, and hydro. Our kids playing out in the streets, making one to pop their mouths, talking disrespectful. Hell, you never see their parents around. A block away from my crib, walking through a gang slang and gang bang. Lost souls repeating the same things. Really wish that I could move right now, but I can't. So since we're both here, maybe you could take my hand and walk with me. Come walk with me through my hood. Come on and take a walk with me. Where redemption ain't all good. Take my hand, take my hand. Baby, if you take my hand, finally you'll understand. Baby, if you take my hand, finally you'll understand. About 2 more blocks to go before I reach my destination. Perspiration, 97 degrees. I'ma need that hydration. Contemplating for the first time of buying a strap. It's only 50 feet from my current stance. Some others getting jacked, and I can't do anything besides walk on by. Because I don't have some heat like they do. yet and still my heart cries. Only one more block to go to finish my mission. And it's my favorite block cause it's sister that I've been feeling. Hey, what's up, Aisha? Damn, what happened to your eye? But I would be a lie acting like it's the first time. Only once can you play victim when you find that someone's toxic. After that, you're a willing participant in all the night. She replied, I really wish that I could leave, but I can't. So since we're both here, maybe you could take my hand and walk with me. Come walk with me through my hood. Come on and take a walk with me. Where it damn sure ain't all good. Take my hand, take my hand. Baby, if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. Maybe if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. Oh.
Sit right by me.
Uh-huh.
This mic set up.
Okay. Say what? Is that right? Pussy. Show me. Uh-huh. All right. Guess what? Slice if I want to. Not what a real boss do. Only T that be for me. Be the T, build a legacy. Plum, yeah, they tried it. But I'm too much and I like it. Call me bougie, I be bougie. My caliber, you ain't with. Get shit, get gone. No time for the plug, get shit be on. I like my drink strong. Come to the bar, I'm all proud all night long. You ain't tricking if you lying. But I got my own, I ain't lying. Don't represent, I'll fuck your ego up. Crush you with my aura when I it up. You with it or not? Ain't mad up and they can't get me by far. They play too many games, I ain't in a when you turn out the same. It's don't let me know, man. I'm curious, don't wanna see how. You want that leave me beat now. I'm a queen, respect the crown. Game right, yeah, I'm peeping. Loyalty's also creeping. Real kick is what I'm seeking. If they ever had, best believe it. Ain't not for that. Riding slow is my forte. From the back, yeah, I'm outside. Missionary, I'm back. Oh no, so go. Just see how deep this goes. Make you pass. Yeah, that's right, fast. Keep playing that kill, you ain't gotta ask. I like it in the shower. Give me 20 minutes, don't need hours. They say that good has the power. That's why exes they get acting sour. You with it or not? Ain't man up and they can't get me by far. They play too many games, I ain't in a when you turn out the same. It's don't let me know, man. I'm curious, don't wanna see how. You want that leave me beat now. I'm a queen, respect the crown. Good, and I clean too. Super sweet, work, and I mean too. Sometimes that don't always mean too. About that life when I bust a move. You with it or what? Take it or leave it, I don't give a I'm cool in my skin. You can't define me, my worth is within. I'm an alpha and a queen bee. Businesswoman plus a straight queen. Bring your bridges, know we building that. Yeah, my mind, you are wet. So you better play your cards right. Cause over here, baby, yeah, we truck tight. Different kind of breed, and I do bite. We over, I can f*** your life. You with it or not? Ain't mad up and they can't get me by far. They play too many games, I ain't in a when you turn out the same. It's don't let me know, man. I'm curious, don't wanna see how. You want that leave me beat now. I'm a queen, respect the crown.
Hey, that's right. You know, we handsome. Handsome don't need no makeup. Handsome don't need makeup. Without a doubt. Omaha, the Birds of Blessed. We got our guests in the house. Without a doubt. You know, today we call it Making Money Monday. And the reason why we call it Making Money Monday, we're not talking about dollars and cents. We're talking about the behaviors that bring dollars and cents. So collaborating, partnering, bartering, using collective economics, a consignment, all those things. And then also mutualism, the best system of all. It beats capitalism, socialism, even communism. Mutualism is a system where I need you and you need I. That's the best system of all. And so on this Making Money Monday, we always talking about who's making money. Is it the correctional facilities because of our behavior over the weekend? Is it the judicial system? Is it the hospital systems? Is it the correctional facilities because of our behavior over the weekend? And so we bring that type of consciousness so we can make our community better. I mean, what's wrong with being a little bit better? Shouts out to all my coaches all year that gave me constructive criticism, all that to make me better. My mama and them. I got a guest in the house, and you know how these superstars are, Omaha. Yeah, you know how these superstars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm gonna let this young man introduce himself and his colleague, and then we'll get right into the dialogue because every Friday, we bring in Phil Rooney from the health department. We've been doing it for the last 5 years since COVID started. Every Friday, we come in with a health report. And the reason why is because we want to make sure that you're making the best decisions for your life. And the only way to do that is to have accurate information. Accurate, current information. Without a doubt, I tell everyone health is wealth. I know y'all chasing the bag. You want to work 80 hours a week, 40 hours a week to make whatever, to make that extra money. But no, I'm telling you, health is wealth. Because when you get older, I got all this money, but dang, all your money is to go to keep you healthy. No. So we got to do something while we're younger. In regards to our health. I still go to the gym. I'm 59. That's why I'm fine. Yeah, that's why I'm fine. I still go to the gym. And that's why I'm handsome. Yeah. I still go to the gym and work out. I take care of my body. We only got one body. We only have one body, and we have to do what we can while we can. Now, I got some individuals in the house. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm going to get right to the dialogue because since we're talking about health. Slide up.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, thanks, Mr. King. Appreciate you having me here. I'm Mark Darby. I'm a nurse practitioner. I work with UNMC College of Nursing and Charles Drew. I'm also the head of this project that we're here to talk to about you today called the One Stop Cancer Shop. And my colleague on my left here is Dr. Quan Lee, an oncology surgeon, a cancer surgeon from Nebraska Medicine.
Okay. I'm going to talk to you first, and then I'll talk to the surgeon second. All right. And the reason why, because it's your program.
Okay.
And so we want to hear why was it developed? Why was it conceptualized?
Sure.
And why is it so important that those that are dealing with this ailment, take advantage of this opportunity?
I appreciate that. So the program started when I was having some conversations in North and South Omaha about people's experiences of healthcare. And universally, folks were telling stories about severe, just poor treatment.
Right.
People who were being discounted, so that African American women not being their pain, being discounted. People's not always given the right information.
Right.
Folks not being listened to.
Right.
And while that was happening, I had patients who were dying of cancer. And it came to me that there's a connection between the way people are treated in healthcare and how effective that partnership is. Because even with a plumber or we got treat people, you want people working on you can trust, you can have a dialogue back and forth so that the work that everybody wants to get done gets done.
So basically attacking health disparities.
Absolutely. That the medical mistrust between minorities and healthcare system is a significant factor in why people are dying from all illnesses. But the disparities are just exceptionally stark when you come to cancer.
Interesting.
An African American man, if people can see us on Facebook, just between the two of us, you have a twice as likely chance of dying from prostate cancer than I do, simply because of your race.
Right.
And now the question is, why is that? And there's a number of, don't get me wrong, there's a number of factors, lack of insurance, all of which you have talked about in the last hour, the way people treat each other. But in terms of the having a collaborative and working relationship with a provider, having a provider who's knowledgeable about how to deal with people who are different than them, that's absolutely key to that. And so during this event, we're going to be training some nursing students who will be coming down and be providing cancer screening and cancer education. As part of that, we're also bringing folks down from Nebraska Medicine Buffett Cancer Center who will actually be performing cancer screenings on the 4 most frequent types of cancer in Nebraska.
Okay.
And so we're really trying to break down, bring cancer care to the community, and not the community to those big buildings. Those big buildings are great. Don't get me wrong with that. We will get top-notch care given here. But when you're sitting in your apartment and you're scared of something and you don't have anybody, what is that lump on my breast?
Right.
What is that my dad just died of cancer? Who do I talk to? Those things have real detrimental effects to people being and I want to get this wrong. I really want to get this right. People's mistrust is a legitimate response to the way they're treated. This is not some fictitious thing that's going on. People who are treated poorly, they don't want to go back and be treated poorly. So it's on the part of the providers to really learn how to do that better. That being said, I think all the folks in this community that I have dealt with really, really want to take charge of their healthcare. They don't want to be just passive. They really want to take the best advantage of healthcare. And that's what we're trying to do here.
Great. Yeah, because Ben, I'm a Black male, and we do have those fears. I'm 59, so we remember the experiments, and people still think those experiments are still happening. But we do have to get over those fears. We need more minority doctors, also to break down stereotypes from the inside, because it's hard to explode something, but you can implode something. And the only way to implode, we can need more minority doctors and nurses, without a doubt. And so I look at this as a twofold, where
Absolutely.
So where we can recruit some future doctors, nurses.
Yep.
Through this outreach.
This is one of the best professions you can come into, and it's you can do almost anything you want to with it. And you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And if the medical community can come down to the community and talk more about this, then people can understand. Being a nurse practitioner, a nurse, a physician, a PT, OT, pharmacist, that they're just regular people doing that job. I mean, people come out of our public high schools. I mean, they're doing that job. It's a hard job. Don't get me wrong. There can be some barriers there, but it's well worth it. Absolutely, it's well worth it.
Without a doubt. So, oh man. So it's being a former probation officer, seeing both sides of just life. It's just got to be proactive, and everything's political. Let me ask you a question, and this might be maybe even to the doctor. Because I know health, and we gotta have all these cancer facilities, but we put herbicides and pesticides in our foods. Aren't you? We're smart though, right? We're smart. So if you put poisons in your food, we punish athletes for taking steroids, right? But they put steroids in our animals, which is transferred to us. So should we get punished also like those athletes? Because it's a part of our food chain, pretty much. And so how are we going to get rid of cancer if we put in poisons in our food, herbicides and pesticides? Really? I mean, honestly, because I'm thinking about the doctors way back in the cowboy days. They actually healed it when they want to get rid of sickness. But it's a kind of two-edged sword, because the medical profession is maybe fighting the food FDA. So what is our role, or how do you feel as a doctor, especially when you know that we're putting poisons in our food, which is causing I call it cell mutation.
No, I completely agree. Um, and it is a problem, right? And so, if you can, you try to get more organic food, but those are much more expensive.
Mhm.
So, food that you grow yourself might be better. And I think you're right. Education is the key. There's ways that, pesticides that on the outside, you can wash it off. But you're absolutely correct. When they put hormones into the animals or antibiotics to get them to produce more, right? Um, I think the FDA approved all of that, but we're just starting to learn what's that effect on all of us. I
Mhm.
mean, we eat the same food.
Right.
We will get the same issues, and and right now we're trying to figure out what is the problem so we can stop it. But unfortunately, as physicians, I can only help the people and get the educations.
Mhm.
Haven't been quite gone against the industry to how to get all of that yet.
Right. Right. So Omaha, you guys, the Birds, the Bluffs, so you guys are collaborating, which is necessary,
Uh-huh.
which is necessary because some issues are political where it's going to take time to address those issues, but what we can change now, let's change now.
Yes, we focus on
And-
what you can change, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and so since we can be proactive on our health, let's be proactive on our health and get as educated as possible so we can make the best decisions in our life.
Yeah, I want to say two things. So the tagline for the One Stop Cancer Shop is preventing, screening, and treating cancer. So the big thing is emphasis on prevention. And you really have, I mean, what you talked about, how do I eat, is also got how do I exercise, how do I not smoke, how do I decrease stress. There's all kinds of questions about how do we live in this environment and not have cancer. And I think your second point's really well. The most important thing to do is do what you can do. So you're right. And there's we all make bad decisions, and it's just because of limited options, really.
Right.
So, and I want to put this out there before we forget the event. There's two events. One is on, I got to get the dates right.
Go ahead.
One is on September 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Mount Calvary Community Church, 5112 Ames. That's September 28th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 5112 Ames. And the next event's at the Nebraska Urban Indian Health Coalition. That's at 2226 N Street. And that's on October 26th, 10 to 2. So one is on September 28th in North Omaha, and the other one is October 26th in South Omaha. And if you want more information about it, you can always just check out our website, which is the #1 stopcancerneb.com. And so that's the website's you can also send an email to info at the #1 stopcancerneb.com, or just check out our website, onestopcancerneb.com.
Now,
Had to get that plug in.
now for men, there's a myth that men do not get breast cancer. Is that true?
Yeah, it's very rare, but they do have it. Absolutely.
Okay. So, and then why do some people? I can never figure this out. My mom smoked for like 50 some years, and I know some people get secondhand smoking get cancer. Why is that?
I think your mother was lucky.
Okay.
I mean, I really got to be. I got to be honest. I mean, there's no superior genes that prevents people from doing it.
Right.
I mean, our body is an amazing thing, and I'm going to slightly defer to Dr. Lee on this, but right now the most promising cancer treatments are the ones that supplement and support our own body's ability to fight cancer.
Okay.
Some people can fight particular kinds of cancer. So that there's not causes. Like if I hit you in the jaw, that that's going to cause pain. There's a direct cause.
Right.
But if I don't put salt on my icy sidewalk, maybe you won't fall, but the probability of you falling is higher. So when you smoke, the probability of having almost every type of cancer increases dramatically. And so when we as clinicians say, all right, what is the risk benefit here to smoking? To us, it's really clear to stop smoking. Now, when you're talking about food, what type of food, that becomes much more murkier. There's not just one type of food you shouldn't eat. There's not one. I mean, we know you should try and reduce weight. We know you
Mhm.
should try and do more plant-based. Those are good guidelines.
Mhm.
But we can only reduce the risk of cancer. That's why even the most healthy people in the world can get some form of cancer. And that's why screening is important. So that if you catch cancer, and a man is a good example, if you catch cancer, if early on, the chances of a man surviving from prostate cancer are almost 100%. I might, and maybe it might not be that good, but in other words, there's no reason why men have to die from cancer if we do it right. And that's what we're after about that. Okay.
Okay.
It's a combination. It's not just you being screened and you can do whatever the heck you want,
Right.
but it's a little bit of both.
But what is a prostate, and what's the purpose of the prostate?
Well, all right.
Because we die from it all the time, and but why is it so important? Is it important as the heart?
No, the prostate. All right,
but it kills way more people though.
For men, only men have prostates. And if you go up where you go to the bathroom at, where you piss at, you go up there right before you get your bladder. Men have a little gland about the size of a walnut called a prostate.
Okay.
That makes semen for us.
Oh,
okay. That's the reason why it's there.
Okay.
So then it's very vascular. And if you get cancer, then it can spread around. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to the other myth. They used to say that for a man to be screened for prostate cancer, they had to do what's called a digital rectal exam. Okay. A physician would have to put their finger up your rear end and feel for normal. Yeah, I've done that before, yeah. And that's I appreciate that. That's very good. That's very good. I've had it done before as well.
I do the health fairs. But I prefer a woman. They got smaller fingers.
But most men now can be screened with a simple blood test.
Oh, really?
A real simple blood.
If
the blood test is a little wonky, then they might have to do that. But most people don't need. I mean, so in other words, for a man to be screened for prostate cancer and there's no previous risk, the blood test is a perfectly legitimate way to be screened for prostate cancer, and that's how we'll do that at the event.
Okay. Now, I did have a colonoscopy. I have a problem saying that word.
Colonoscopy.
Yeah, I had one of them.
That's your.
I had one a couple years ago.
Okay.
Now I was scared because when we talking about those health disparity and the treatment of the past, I was scared. But I called people that I trusted, and then I called one of my homeboys that I went to college with. I consider my brother. He had it. He said, "Man, there ain't nothing." And so I got my bravery up. Right.
Okay, good for you.
I got my bravery up, and I went to I think I went to Clarkson. Right next door to you guys.
Yep.
So y'all
partners.
Part
of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all probably did it. And when I went in there, oh man, I felt a certain energy of positivity.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel nothing wrong. I seen all the doctors and all the nurses when they wheeled me in. When I first came to the hospital, they checked my name, why I was there. And so I felt very comfortable that they knew who I was and why I was there.
Yep.
So I felt very comfortable all during the process. Even when I moved, was wheeled into where the surgeons getting prepared, and I seen all the doctors line up and all the nurses. I felt like it was like game time. I felt like it was game time. You know what I mean? Like they was anticipating that it's work time.
Right.
And when I went into the operating room, the staff was diverse. I think I have a Asian doctor. I think I had a black nurse, and then I had a Caucasian. What do you call them? Anesthesiologists? What do you call them people?
Anesthesiologist.
So I had a very diverse operating room.
Excellent.
And next thing I know, I was talking to the doctor. I was counting down, and next thing I know, I was waking up in the recovery room.
Yes.
I said I really felt violated because
you didn't know what happened.
I didn't know what the hell happened. but it did not. But nothing hurt. They told me I had a couple polyps, and they got rid of them. They wasn't cancerous.
Yeah.
And so I've been encouraging men to if you don't have health care, make sure you get signed up through Medicaid through the state of Nebraska. We're always promoting health fairs for those that don't have insurance, because that's how basically how I went to the doctor. I went to health fairs every year because I didn't have a doctor. So this outreach is necessary. Health fairs is necessary because everyone, again, is trying to get rid of these fears. That's what's going on, or past experiences. So tell us a little bit more about the prostate and why it's so small, like a walnut, but it kills a great deal, especially men.
So the the prostate, when it's actually that small, it doesn't kill. The problem is as men get older, it get bigger, and
Mm,
that's part of the problem why men have problem urinating sometimes,
okay.
or
Sexual performance.
sexual performance. So as it get bigger, the cells start to grow, and that's how cancer can happen when it gets stimulated, when it get bigger.
Mhm.
Then some of those cells can start changing.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why we started the screening. We don't screen young men because
Mhm.
the chance of them having cancer is really low.
Okay.
We screen when they're 50.
Mhm.
And
Or
that's
40 for African Americans.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so that's why we start screening when we see the cancer risk goes up.
Okay. Great. Again, I want to circle back around. UNMC.
Mhm.
And is it Carl Drew? Are you-
I also work with Charles Drew. Yes, these are our current.
Okay, so they partnering with a lot of people. So a lot of churches, Mount Calvary Church, Living God, Temple 33. So you're partnering with a lot of churches. My sister, them, of course, Miss Polk, who was a trendsetter in the Native American community over there. So if you are dealing with cancer, or know someone that have dealt with cancer, or you just want to learn more about cancer to be more preventive, especially in the African American community in regards to what we eat, Mount Calvary Community Church is going to again be hosting their first screening September the 28th, 10 to 2, and we'll be announcing this so you guys have this information in the future too. 5112 Ames Street, and then the Nebraska Urban Indian Health Coalition, October the 26th, and they're gonna be doing another health screening. Now, what is this catch right here? What is that?
Colorectal cancer.
What's
So-
colorectal
so-
cancer?
So colorectal cancer is both colon or rectal,
Where you
right?
go to
So
number 2 from.
Okay.
so we usually lump them together.
Okay.
Rectal cancers is a lot more aggressive
Okay.
than colon cancer. We do treat them a little differently, but in term of when we collect information, or when the different national service is collecting database to study, they kind of lump them together. And
Right,
so we
right.
call them colorectal.
Has our life expectancy gone up or has it gone down?
I think it went up until the pandemic.
Yeah. In general, life expectancies have been improving over the last 50 years, but there's a lag time. I mean, Caucasians and whites tend to have longer lifespans than African Americans, and if you go from, I believe, your old zip code, if you
Yep.
go 5 miles west, there's I believe a 12 to 15-year disparity between residents of 68110 and whichever is 68134. And so you have to talk about the experiences of racism and poverty and things like that. But in general, people are getting healthier. I think that we are working, but we're also finding, as people live longer, things that would have, now that they're alive, we're finding, so that there are more aggressive forms of breast cancer in African American women that we probably miss because of a lower life expectancy. So it's not just that we're living longer. There's always a constant battle to make sure that the years that we have are the maximum, and that and people can have a full and decent life.
We have organizations like QCR that do human tests.
Yeah.
On
Down there on North
new
30th.
medicines and just basically getting over the fear of, again, blacks coming in and being part of those experiments, so you can get accurate information, so you can develop the medicines. Because I know the black women breast is the most dense breast of all women. I went to a seminar and I try to learn.
You're correct.
I like breasts, y'all. I like breasts. Don't get mad at me. But I try to learn. But so why is that? Why is theirs more dense than everyone else? Is it just
it's genetics, I think.
Okay.
So and that is another things that we need to learn,
Mhm.
right? Unfortunately, the minority, African American, the Hispanics, some Asians don't contribute to a lot of the clinical trials,
Right.
either because they don't speak the language, or they get eliminated, or they're afraid of being experimented on, so they don't want to be part of it.
Right.
So unfortunately, right now, all the guidelines that we have is based on the information from all those clinical trials, which is based on majority of white women.
Interesting. So why isn't the health organization, since we have this fear to fund Asians, to fund Africans, to fund South Americans, so they can feel comfortable in creating those experiments, so we can get real data for everyone, so we can get over this racist this racist stuff.
Yeah.
So someone got to act like someone got to be above. I mean, somebody got to be for humanity. You know what I mean?
No.
You know,
So-
for our children. You know, and somebody got to be above. Man.
No.
It-
So
I'm just so frustrated because
No, let
we
me-
separate each other because of color when we
Yeah.
all the same.
Absolutely. So as a physician and as a
Mhm.
researcher, we want to make to bridge that gap.
Mhm.
Okay. But like Mark has said, there's a mistrust between the community and the physicians or the researcher.
Right.
So part of what we're doing here and why we're going out to the community is to bridge that gap,
Right.
to create that trust again.
Mhm.
And so we then can explain to the people why we're doing this, why we need them to be part of the study,
Mhm.
so that we can actually learn more and be more effective in treatments.
Right out. Because on the preventative side, if we have way more research on the front end, we can have way more better diagnosis on the back end.
Absolutely.
Yes.
On the
And
back
so
end.
so part of the things that we're trying to do is recruit young minority students to go into healthcare,
Mhm.
to be our future doctors and nurses, so that we then can connect more to the community.
Right, without
Right.
doubt. Without doubt. I've been telling our community, for those that's interested in the healthcare field, that a billionaire gave $1 billion when he died, donated to the Albert Einstein
Albert
School
Einstein
of Medical School.
That's where I went to medical school.
Oh, all right. So
I had to pay for my own education,
okay.
though. It was way before.
Right. So I'm sarcastic, but I'm very truthful. He got his money from the Berkshire Hathaway, from the investments from Berkshire Hathaway, and when he died, he commissioned his wife to give Einstein School of Medicine
It
$1
was
billion. So minority students or any other student that want to go to medical school for free, they can.
Yep.
So that need to be advocated also, so people can know that conduit of opportunity exists. And I'm putting the pressure on all the other Berkshire Hathaway billionaires and millionaires is to give up $1 billion, $2 billion, so we can create a better, healthy community versus giving it to those that pollute our water and pollute our air. Everything is not about profits, y'all. What's the brother Steve Jobs on his deathbed? One of the richest men in the world said, "Dang, there's no difference between a $3,000 watch and a $300 watch no more." You know that health is more important
Absolutely.
than buying all these worldly things. Come on, billionaires and millionaires around here. Let's truly make a difference. And the only way to do it is that we got to advocate for those that are the healers in our community, teachers and doctors,
Absolutely.
nurses.
Absolutely. The more the educations, the better we're all going to be.
Without a doubt. So I'm glad that you guys.
Can
I'm
I put in a
glad you
put
guys
in a
have
plug?
partner.
Can
Go
I
ahead,
put
go
in
ahead.
a plug? I put in a plug for my. I mean, if you want to be a nurse in this town, you have got tremendous options. I belong to the School of Nursing,
Okay.
so I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to. I mean, there's
Yeah, plug it in, baby.
but also we got 2 excellent medical schools that
Right.
that do physician's assistants, PTOT. Metro Tech does a great. Metro Community College does a great job. I mean, don't let fear prevent you from
Right.
trying to pursue that option. You don't have to go out of state to be trained to be an provider here, and we certainly have people who need it.
Right out.
I was one last thing. My patients, and if they're listening, my patients are the greatest patients in the world. I think they've taught me so much. The people, it is an absolute blessing and a joy to care for the people in Nebraska, and I can't think of any other better place to work. And so, if you want to join here, we've got a lot of good things here that I would put the plug in as well for.
Right out. And one of your partners right here is North Omaha Area Health, Noah. Noah teach young African American or minority students in early healthcare. They do it every summer. They have internships. They connect these young people with organizations like you guys to get those experience. And so they advocate that they get more money so we can train more of our young people that's interested in the medical field. We have all these trainers that's in the high school levels. That's keeping our athletes healthy, from cross country to track.
Mhm.
Well, those students on the high school level need to be funded in some kind of capacity, so because they're going to be our future medical profession. That's why they trainers in high schools.
Mhm.
And so if we're not doing a really true outreach and putting funding back into those potential lifesavers, then how are they going to be lifesavers?
Yeah, I think you're very well. Absolutely. We have tremendous in our high schools and our grade schools. I mean, there are issues, but because we have to be realistic about that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's tremendous talent. There's many people that could be a nurse, a physician, a PT, OT, counselor. Counselors are, we need
Mhm.
lots of counselors, and healthcare is a growing field. If you get a degree, you're not going to be laid off for the rest of your life, and you'll be able to do it. And there's all kinds of interesting things to do.
Right out.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
Well, man, I'm glad that we had some interesting dialogue, some real dialogue, because sometimes you get fluff. We had no questions that was preconceived. No, this is organic conversation is what our community need, and so they're partnering so we can save lives, y'all. One Stop Cancer Shop. We're gonna see if you guys get a campaign so we can advertise this where it's consistent.
Appreciate it.
September 28th is going to be the first of 2 screenings. Mount Carrick Community Church, 5112 Ames Street. Breast cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer, and colorectal cancer. It's open to the community. Everyone is welcome, no matter where you're from in this community. So when I pay my taxes, I go everywhere. So we want you to come everywhere.
And you don't need to have insurance. You can come.
All right. So the uninsured is welcome. I'm pretty sure they will have someone there.
To
teaching
sign up, folks.
Yeah.
Sign up for Medicaid. Absolutely.
Yep. So if you don't have insurance, usually our women and children have some type of healthcare, but our males, and this goes for all males are kind of afraid to go to a doctor. It's not a black thing, I don't think. I think it's a male thing too, where we think we're invincible and we don't go to the doctor until it's too late. So males, be proactive. I got an ache and pain I've been feeling. I might, since the doctor here, I'm gonna talk to her confidentially, and because I want to stay alive. I got grandkids. We alive, y'all. Yeah. And we got children that want to see us alive. So our health, without a doubt, and that's why I'm glad Martine set this up. Yep. You guys are always welcome. Probably had to have you guys come back again in September.
Sure, we'd love to do it.
Yeah, back in September, early September, so we can remind people again on a personal level.
We would love you. Thank you for having us. Thank you for opening us up your studio for us.
No problem. Anything that we didn't discuss, Doctor, that you want to get across before we get out of here? We still got some time. We got about 10 minutes.
So so all these screening is very important. Things to remember, just like for example, for colon cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people are afraid of getting the colonoscopy or afraid of knowing the answer,
mm-hmm.
whether they have it or not. But just remember, getting a screening is a lot cheaper than having to deal with the cancer.
Right.
And that, and also if the cancer is early, the chance that you're going to live or survive that is extremely high for
Right.
all of those cancer.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why why we're pushing for all of this is so that we can pick up the cancer early in colorectal, just like your colonoscopy. They found the polyps, they removed the polyps.
Mhm.
That polyps would never cause you the cancer, right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's already gone. But you have to check. You have to have your colonoscopy every 10 years.
So
Or-
I need to take another one in 10 years or 5 years?
5 for you because they found some polyps. If they
Okay.
didn't find anything,
Be
then
for
you're
10
good
years.
for 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Unless you have family history. If you
Okay.
have family histories, that changes. And we have guidelines for if you have family history or not, if you have polyps or not when they do the first screen.
Right. Have you noticed that those that mainly eat fruits and vegetables in their diets versus someone that eat meat? Well, what have you noticed a difference? Because some regions of the world they're more vegetarian and fruit.
Correct.
It's
So for colon cancer or rectal cancer, those that eat a lot more fat and meat have higher risk of colon cancer.
okay.
If you eat more fruit and vegetables, you have less. So if you look at the Japanese or the Chinese or the Eastern, where they eat a lot more vegetables,
Mhm.
they don't have the same amount of colon cancers as we do here in the United States.
Interesting.
So they don't have a colon cancer screening over there. What they have over there is they have stomach cancer. And so they screen for stomach cancer, whereas because of the food they eat more salted foods and stuff.
Also from the sea. Is it
No,
mo- is-
they salted the food, like
oh,
they
more salt.
preserve, like they're more
Oh.
preservative. There's the nitrates that they use,
Mm.
and so they're at risk for a different type of cancer
Interesting.
than what we see here in the United States.
Okay. It's based off how they preserve their food.
Yeah. And then there are other cancer, right? Like liver cancer is rampant throughout the world. Not here in the United States as much, is because our water is cleaner. And so we don't
Oh.
have the parasites that, other people see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and thankfully the population don't drink as much anymore. And so the risk of that is also less.
Mhm.
And then if you have hepatitis, we don't have as high of a hepatitis B infection here
Mhm.
in the US as we do out in other country. And so that too will cause liver cancer later on.
Wow. So is that the reason why when Americans travel abroad or any foreigners
Sure.
travel abroad, they had to get all these shots and stuff
Yeah.
because of
The
the different environmental?
There are some, and also for our vets who have were stationed in the Asian world,
Mhm.
we have to test them for any hepatitis infections and start screening them as well. So because they're at a higher risk of liver cancer than the rest of the population.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot in screening. We just focus on the
First
the
four.
the four that is our most common.
I should say part of what we're trying to do, since clearly in a church basement, we're not going to have a full hospital there.
Mhm.
So for the prostate cancer, we'll draw blood. For colorectal, we will hand out what's called a fecal immunoassay test or FIT test, where you'll test your poop, and we'll tell people how to do it. It's not, if you can wipe yourself after your bowel movement, you can do a FIT test. I think we got to really do that.
Mhm.
But for breast and lung cancer, breast cancer, we'll be taking people by bus to Nebraska Medicine for a mammogram.
Okay.
And then for lung, not everybody needs to be screened for lung cancer. I smoked 30, 40 years ago,
Mhm.
and I did not smoke that much. So I do have a risk, but not enough to justify this. I won't say justify. The incidence of someone who, like me, who smoked is screening with CT scan doesn't seem to make sense.
Mhm.
But for anybody that's smoked more than 10 years, or anybody, as you have said, has
Mhm.
been around secondhand smoke, will be screened for that. And if they need a low dose CT scan, which is both the mammograms and the low dose CT scan are much better than they were 15, 20 years ago. So that when we're trying to find cancer, we're trying to find cancer at an early stage. And there's a couple of things that, not only will you live more, but you have you have an ability to, you have more time to learn about your options. Who do you want to go see? You can talk some more. You don't have to rush into surgery or anything like that. So it really is a number of ways to help other human beings. So
You mentioned smoking, marijuana smoking. Does that cause cancer?
So marijuana is illegal. So I mean, and until like the last 5 or 10 years. So to be able to do, how do you when you do lung cancer tests right now, you find 100 people, 50 of whom smoked and 50 who didn't smoke, and then you compare them.
Right.
And people have there's no risk to somebody say, yeah, I smoke cigarettes. They're not going to be sent to prison or anything like that.
Mhm.
So when we have an illegal substance that we're trying to screen for, it's hard to do that because people are hesitant and we don't know how much, we don't know what kind of thing they do. However, that being said, the studies I have shown is that while the risk may not be as bad with cigarette smoking, the risk is there, and it might have something to do with the dose that, people are not smoking as much marijuana cigarettes
Mhm.
as you do tobacco,
Right.
primarily because it's so more potent. When you
Right.
smoke it once in the morning, you might be good for the rest of the day. And so that's less exposure to
Right.
smoke and the formaldehyde and all that stuff there.
Right.
But it is certainly not it's got some risks attached to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in 5 years more, we'll know. I think there's actually a big study right now going out in Colorado about that very question. I think.
What-
Is that?
No, you're right.
Okay, and the reason why I said it because there's a debate on marijuana. I think it's up for the to be passed here on the legal side, but you see states all around us, and I just got back from California, and so I know for a fact it does have some health quality in regards to pain,
Absolutely,
epilepsy,
it does. Absolutely.
seizures, and stuff like that. So, and if you don't smoke it, you probably can use it in other forms, so it won't get lung cancers. And so, but I just wanted to just bring that because I know with cigarettes you have all types of other chemicals that's in the tobacco versus just plain tobacco. All right, Omaha, the birds, the bluffs. Again, I want to thank the doctor for coming out, my man Mark for coming out, and nurses. Actually, you guys do a lot of work. You do.
They
I just got
absolutely do.
I just got a young person that just got their CNA.
Yeah.
So, and they're looking for a job. What should they do?
If you're a CNA, you can get a job at almost any long-term care facility. I mean, there's a tremendous need for that. If you wanted my 2-bit advice, don't stop at CNA.
Okay.
I mean, you can, if you're smart enough to pass the CNA and you like the work, you can go into another healthcare field. I mean, many nurses, I started out as a CNA, many nurses started as a CNA,
Mhm.
but so did physicians, so did
Right.
phlebotomists, so did PT and OT. So, and I'm not, CNA is a job that is absolutely necessary. We don't pay them near enough.
Mhm.
That being said, I have found that higher education gives me more options and more varied work. So if you're CNA, it's a great job to go before. And if you really like it, then I would find some other medical part of a field that you'd like to go into. One of which could be nursing.
Okay.
Just as a plug, it doesn't have to be a long-term facility. The
Okay,
hospital
absolutely.
need them, you too. And I think all of the hospital organizations may even pay for your nursing school
Okay.
degree while you're working for them.
Okay, great. So your recent CNA graduates, and I'm gonna make sure I pass this information on to the person that I communicated with. Just apply long term, but also the hospitals are looking for a CNA constantly. It's always, like I said, better to get set up where you can, expand your education, as Mark so elegantly stated. So if you don't have internet access, you can call 402-427-0077, 402-427-0077. You can get the information on the One Stop Cancer Shop. We're going to have some more information. Shouts out again to UNMC, College of Nursing, and for collaborating with all these wonderful organizations in North and South Omaha. the community to make it happen. Again, everyone is welcome to come. If you do not have insurance, you can get signed up for insurance at both events, October the 26th over at the Nebraska Urban Indian Health Coalition, as well as Mount Calvary Community Church on September the 28th. You can get signed up for healthcare also. So it's a one-stop shop, baby. One-stop shop. And then also, if you're not dealing with cancer, there's going to be a host of health professionals there that can guide you to any other health needs that's necessary. So please show up, show out. Remember, you only have one body, y'all. You only have one body, and it's best to take care of it now while you can. Doctor, I always and brother and nurse, doctor and nurse. One of the treatments that I use, and everybody it's a physical treatment. I use the steam room.
Okay.
The qualities of a steam room. And I tell everybody, and because I got COVID and pneumonia at the same time, but I recovered in 5 days. And I think the reason why is because what I did to my body beforehand. Because when you go to the steam room, you raise your body temperature up, so you simulate the temperature. So you kill anything that's in your body because you're simulating the temperature. Also, your largest organ is your skin. And so when you go into steam room after an hour, you can exfoliate. So you can actually lightly, take away your dead skin. And then also, of course, in that high temperature, you can pray and meditate. I believe wherever the brain thinks or command, your cellular, everything in your body has to follow that command. And then also for the lungs, the small water vapors get into your capillaries. Is that what you call them?
Capillaries.
Yeah, and push it out the mucus. And so you can push out that mucus, especially for those that smoke.
Okay.
So do you guys teach anything like that, or especially on that side? Because when you watch the old gangster movies and you watch the old karate flicks, they always have a steam room. They always have a steam room.
So, okay. So in the Asian culture, when you're sick, when you're having a cough, they do something similar, and you don't have a steam room. They actually steam hot water. They kind of put a blanket over so you can heat that breathe in that steam, right? They don't teach that in medical school. not on the Western side.
Right.
Maybe they do on the Eastern side. All I can tell you is that it helps you breathe a little better because of the moisture, right? So when the air is dry, we do tell people to humidify their air so that you can breathe better and cough and bring all those things out. I don't know if I would tell people to go to the steam room, because I, for example, can't stand the steam room. If I go there, I probably will pass out because I can't. My blood pressure goes down because it gets too hot. So every one of us is not for everyone.
Okay, so your blood pressure go down?
For me.
Oh, it does?
For
Okay.
me. I don't know about everybody else, but I
Interesting.
get very uncomfortable, so I can't go to the steam room.
So do you go out into the sun then?
No. I can't go out to the sun too much. My hand swells. I get headaches. So
Interesting.
when I go out in the sun, I have to get fully covered because. Yeah.
Okay, good. Wait, yeah.
Each one of us is a little different.
Without doubt.
A little different.
Yeah, without doubt. That's why we need to.
God wasn't bored when He made us.
Okay, yeah. We are very
He was
individualistic.
having a lot of fun with
Okay,
it.
we are very individualistic, huh?
And we
but-
just have to learn about ourselves, right?
Yes, without doubt. So, and that's why they're having a one-stop cancer shop, so we can learn about ourselves, about our bodies, and the differences in our bodies, y'all. And so, again, the first reading is going to be at Mount Calvary Community Church, September 28th. The second one's going to be at Nebraska Urban Indian Health Coalition. That's going to be October 26th. So we're going to have the doctor and Mark to come back again to give us an update in the next few weeks. September's around the corner. Y'all, time is moving by fast. It just turned 2024. It's about to be 2025.
Yeah.
And so let's be proactive on our health. And let's bring in 2025 with greater knowledge on how to do that.
And the sooner you sign up, the more we can organize.
Right.
Again, it's open for the whole community. You can go to info@cancer.neb.com, or you can call 402-427-0077, 420-427-0077. All right, so let's be proactive. I was just in a fashion show. Shouts out to Tisa Harden. She did a cancer show, fashion show, and I was one of the models. And they had a lot of cancer survivors that were models. So we just gotta be proactive. And there is a community where if you need counseling or support for those that are dealing with cancer issues right now, or if you need a wig, if you're going through chemo right now, if you need a wig, I know someone that make wigs also. So just give me a call, 402-714-6482. I can refer you to a great friend of mine. She makes wigs for cancer patients. Cancer is dear to my heart because my best friend, he died at 25, something like that.
Wow.
And we already knew he always had problems. He always had to go to the bathroom. I call him time consuming, being funny. But I remember all during high school, he always had problems with his stomach. Always. And so he eventually died of cancer. So if you guys are hurting, if something is hurting you, go see somebody. I know it might be scary, but it's best to conquer that fear and find out what's going on. All right, because those that love you, they want to see you around. So conquer those fears, and they are great health professionals here, and everyone is not part of the equation that's trying to make it bad. All right, so let's get over that stereotype. We have some great people that are trying to make it better for the system. All right.
All right. Thank you so much for having us.
Any shouts out you want to think about anyone personally? Y'all need no brownie points or nothing? Everybody in brownie point.
I really appreciate working with Dr. Lee. Her leadership in this project has been phenomenal. So she's an asset of Nebraska that is unsung hero. So
well, thank you, Dr. Lee.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Mark, for actually starting this movement or these projects, because this is actually very helpful to the community. And I think, even if we just help one person, that I think it's worth it. But I'm hoping that we're going to do a lot more.
Well, I know you're going to help plenty and many, without a doubt. It's necessary. Outreach is necessary. I tell everybody, Jesus was the first advertiser. He was out there spreading the gospel, person by person, and that's what you guys are doing. Spread the gospel. You're spreading the gospel of how to keep people healthy, without a doubt.
And we have a great team. I mean, there is a lot of
community support.
Support.
Yeah. I mean, so Christ Love Unity Church, North Omaha Health, my sister keeper, North Omaha chapter AARP. Nebraska Urban Indian Health Coalition, of course, Mount Calvary, Church of Living God, Temple 33. We appreciate that collaboration because it's necessary.
Would not have been.
Without a doubt. So we appreciate everybody.
All right.
Omaha, the birds are blessed. We're going to get out of here. Again, today is Making Money Monday. Remember to collaborate, barter, partner, invest, save, and use the best system of them all. Mutualism. It's a system where I need Mark and Mark need William, and we need the Doc also. So this song, I love this song. Sometimes we got to bring Christ off the bench. If you're going through something health-wise, or if you need to talk to someone, 988 is the emergency number for anything mental health. If you need anything domestic, y'all, 211. Sponsored by United Way, is for anything that's domestic. So if you need help with your utilities, or if you're if you need domestic violence help, or if you need help with shelter, call 211. They can point you to the right nonprofit organization that can help you or your family. Do not suffer in silence. Do not suffer in silence. That's why they start this cancer shop. We got too many people suffering in silence, and then it's too late. So do not suffer in silence, y'all. Let's be proactive. If you're going through something, 988 is the number where you can call to talk to someone confidentially. If you just need help on the social side, 211 is the number where you can call to get anything domestic help that you need. All right. Do not suffer in silence. All right. And then bring God off the bench. Boss with us.
I'm writing this thing, this one.
Let me take some pictures and get out of here.
Yeah. It's all. I got Christ on it. Yeah. I got Christ on it. I'm gonna take y'all back with me. Yeah. I was only 10 years old when the devil took my innocence from me. Told me to shut up, don't say a word, or it's the infamy. Grew up a little faster than I should, living sinfully. At 13 and that's all she wrote, the rest was history. Grew up in the church, pops a pastor, mama first lady. Just to go home to live in darkness, my life felt so crazy. Never shady, spitting truth, it really hurt, I promise you. Y'all really took the time to understand what was happening under your roof. I cried for rice, no starry nights, my life a film movie. Not talking popcorn and candy, but gruesome facts exclusive. This ain't a sad song, just wanna share some heat about how my life was little house on the prairie to nightmare on Elm Street. Only share my testimony. See y'all out there like me, ain't no more being discreet. Time to war in these streets, not over flesh and blood, but over these principalities. The devil really thought he had me, but I got Christ on it. Yeah, I got Christ on it. I got Christ on it, yeah. Coming from the trenches, ain't nobody really listening. They just wanna make assumptions about your life. Creating distance, it's resistance, pay subscription. Demons lurking, that's their mission. But what you gonna do when you start switching up your position? Lean on God, he's the one that got you this far. Relationship over religion, he's just wanting your permission. Christ has did it, yeah, it's finished. For your life and all your sinning, he wants to show you different. He wants to give you vision. I got Christ on it, he know what it's like. For me, all my pain, all my hurt, he walked it out on the earth. He rose us up from the dirt. I hope you know that's more to this life than all the things that you've endured. There's a cure, his name is Christ. Yeah. Oh, his name is Christ, and he wants to get you right. He wants to bring you back to life. Yeah. I got Christ on it. Yeah. You know, it says in Romans 12:2, do not be conformed to this world, but instead with a transformed mind, be renewed. That way, whatever you have is good and acceptable, and it's the perfect will of God. So no matter what you're going through in this life, no matter what your life has given you and thrown in you, just know that if you put Christ on it, everything gonna work out. So, what do you hear?
Baby, get your paper, get your paper. Yeah. Baby, get your paper, get your paper, your paper. For the hate, say I am mad cause you got your weight up. Just bust down your wrist, girl, you handle things. You don't need nobody, no favor. She get to the back, ain't from razor. She be 70 like Kato. And I love when you get your paper, get your paper. Can't do you no favors, no favor. Gotta be about the best, if I see you can ever on yo. Stay on shit you don't want. Stay on shit you don't want.
Look, you should be rolling with me in the dun. I'm a my boss, so I keep me a gun. When I give you, baby, try not to run. These racks in my pockets, I'm not holding one. You bougie as but I'm feeling your vibe. The only one I let wear shoes in my ride. You blessed me, baby, your cuticles fly. The infant is on me, my shooters outside. The bread, I'ma get there. Come and get your back. Me against you, playboy, that's a mismatch. Said I fell off, I don't listen to the chit chat. My black badge outside, it was shipped in a gift wrap. I keep a book on the knees. We took a trip overseas. This is the Amsterdam vibe. We smoking in the streets.
Get your paper, get your paper. For the hate, stay out here mad cause you got your weight up. Just bust out your wrist, girl, you handle this. You don't need nobody, no favor. She get to the back, ain't from razor rich. She be 70 like Kate. And I love when you get your paper, get your paper.
Get your paper.
No favor, yeah, no favor. Gotta be about the baddest bitch I see you forever, yo. Stay on shit you don't want. Stay on shit you don't want.
Look, baby, like me, she go run up a check. I already got power, I want the respect. I called up my pilot, he lit up the jet. I don't care about the mileage, just kiss on my neck. And I got a chef on my plane. Hey, I got that gas in my while y'all just making it rain. Hey, I bought a business in Spain.
I'm feeling all your energy. I don't know what you did to me. I'm wealthy as a motherfucker, but still hang it busy. There's a blue box, this from Tiffany's. Take this a gift from me. They made this down in Tennessee. The Matrix, what this finna be.
Than wet. Hey, I'm getting head on the jet. Hey, on, hey, I swear this match my Rolex. Hey, I check out my girl collection. Yeah, I got a girl collection. Yeah,
Check out my girl collection. I got a girl that made your paper, get your paper, get your paper. For the hate, stay out here mad cause you got your weight up. Just bust out your wrist, girl, you handle this. You don't need nobody, no favor. She get to the back, ain't from razor rich. She be 70 like Kate. And I love when you get your paper, get your paper. Baby, you no favors, yeah, no favor. Gotta be about the baddest bitch I see you forever, yo. Stay on shit you don't want. Stay on shit you don't want. Yeah.
All right, Omaha, the birds are blessed. I want to thank Doc and Mark for coming through, y'all. We're gonna play a couple more cuts before we get out of here on this Making Money Monday. Oh yeah, it's kind of rainy out there, but make sure that you guys, stay blessed, stay dry. What's up? What's going on, Miss Griffin? Oh yeah, without a doubt, y'all. Boss with us.
When I wake up in the morning, you're all I see. When you hold your arms around me, I feel complete. You love me and you love me. I feel love. Do you understand? I feel love over and over again. Lately, things been alright. Scandy, probably 'cause of our fight. Oh yeah, and I can't ignore the fact that you're mine. Yeah, and I plan to spend the rest of our lives. You love me and you love me. I feel love. Did you understand? I feel love over and over again. Heart rate When I wake up in the morning, you're all I see. But you love me and you love me. I feel love. Don't you understand? I feel love over and over again. Don Crucifix, though. It's Joey on the beats.
Who be the barber? Who be the gun? Walking the Prada, what you done? For me no logo, come me the tongue. That you be dada, come me the crucifix. Party now we from Puerto Rico. Imagine the loco, you got them go loco. They come like the tacos. When I visit them from Mexico, they can't work together. You don't crucifix though. Atlanta to London, never stop to Lagos to Asia. We don't give them insomnia. Isabella, Maria, Alexa, Julie, and Gabriella. They keep sending love letters. Compressor. We make you feel nice. So you don't realize. Anything when you like. There's nigga put the bounce. So crucifix. Party now we from Puerto Rico. Imagine the loco. You got them go loco. They love me like the tacos. When I visit them from Mexico, they do what they do. They don't crucifix them.
Call me the crucifix.
Ice on my neck, like I pulled a muscle with some shit from the set. That ain't scared to tussle. Last time that I checked, I just wanna check the last time that I checked. I just wanna check live. Run it up. My bitch need a bag. The last three wasn't enough. Count it up. Hey, put the L. I told you the mouth was off. I'm all about money, you know I'm no dummy when it comes to these hundreds. Give me my check, niggas act funny, so I keep curry. Pull up like 30, give me my respect. Might have to slide on him. James Brown, with the pocket rocket, nickname Lil H-Town. I'm like, hey now, you said the first is the eighth now. A drumming with the rebound, off the glass breaker down. I was 17 with a movie clip trying to make a scene. Off the triple beam, numbers flipping like the judging team. I was the life of the party before they shut down the party. Black, shit, Chris Farley. Had him on a wave like gnarly. Now I push numbers like sorry. Hey, this show, baby, call Mari. Took the bitch out of Ed Hardy. Now a new bag, Bagari. So give me mine. Give me my check or she dropping them penny lines. Penny line, pussy on days on my neck. Like I pulled a muscle with some nuts from the set. That ain't scared to tussle last time that I checked. I just wanna check the last time that I checked. I just wanna check like. Run it up. My bitch need a bag, the last three wasn't enough. Count it up. Hey, bitch, with the L. I told you the mouth was off. I'm all about money, you know that me when it comes to these hundreds. Give me my check, it's like funny. Keep Curry, pull up with 30 for my respect. Mike Jackson with my Billie Jean. Put a scope in his mouth, no Listerine. Say they won't smoke, now they all choke. Asking for the patch for the nicotine. Just popped a couple sensu beans. Wash you down with a pint of leaf. Hit your bitch off of Elm Street. Now we're all in a dream. Jumping like a trampoline. Ice cold, need vapor rub. Maybe it be Maybelline. How all my exes trying to make up. Ocho Cinco give me head, but new Christians gotta pray up. Don't fuck with your pig. Assalamu alaikum. Foreign denture white when I be flossing. Neck be looking like a leaky faucet. All my dogs stay on guard, please approach with caution.
Get a big check. Yeah. Raise my money rich. Get a big check. Yeah. Raise my money rich, I get a big check. Step up to the plate, I be a big threat. Hit it at the park, pop my chain out. Throw some money in the air, let it rain down. This a walk off, I'ma bring it home. This some boss talk, you ain't in the wrong. What you need? I got everything in scope, yeah. Saint Laurent, I be stepping through the snow, yeah. I'ma take a swing like I'm G Stanton. I'ma hit it from the Bronx to the East Hamptons. Yeah. I'ma pop the chain, watch me pimp this. Call me Big Trip, know I swing a big stick. Yeah. Now I got my contract till effect. Couldn't make this type of money if I flipped a million packs. Yeah. Louis for the slugger, how I back. Life gon' throw me what I want, but when I hit it, it go. Base my money rich, I get a big check. Step up to the plate, I be a big threat. Hit it at the park, pop my chain out. Throw some money in the air, let it rain down. This a walk off, I'ma bring it home. This some boss talk, you ain't in the wrong. What you need? I got everything in stove, yeah. Saint Laurent, I be stepping through the snow, yeah. Money, all the women start to flock now. I'ma hire one and make her learn about the stocks now. Money, it's some money in her top now. Right idea, hey, we hit Miami for the drop down, yeah. All around the map we are. With a mansion in the pool, driving faster cars, yeah. We ain't doing what the average are, yeah. Straight up out of Paris, it's the caviar. Your woman there bad as ours. Base my money rich, I get a big check. Step up to the plate, I be a big threat. Hit it at the park, pop my chain out. Throw some money in the air, let it rain down. This a walk off, I'ma bring it home. This some boss talk, you ain't in the wrong. What you need? I got everything in stove, yeah. Saint Laurent, I be stepping through the snow, yeah. Stepping through the snow. Cause I'm cold. Yeah.
Whatever you wanna do. Hey, baby, love when you wanna get close to me. I need your energy. I want love when you turn me on. I love it, you tasting me. Work it, babe, and you deserve it, babe. Love when you text me, babe, and you deserve it, babe. Love when you work it, babe. I don't want nothing else. Keep it out for me, babe. Keep it out for me, babe. It's going down tonight. Come and pick me up. Come and fill this cup. Yeah, ooh, baby, hear me in this ride. You know what's up. Meet me downtown. Body turn up this club. I want love when you turn me on. I love it. Taste me. Taste me. Turn you up, baby. And you deserve it, baby. Love when you taste me. And you deserve that shit. Oh, you work it, baby. I don't want no one else. Keep it out for me, baby. Keep it out for me in the morning. I'm up talking sexy with you. Right, yeah. You know, when you bang my line, it's whatever you wanna. Right, yeah. You know, say that you need